that's, you know, the TAC-P is running with us. When there's a BMP shooting its autocannon at us, and I sit there and I go, I've got it lased. That's for the TAC-P to be like, okay, we need that shit now. Like, that's stuff that you guys should be doing already.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, common sense comes into play. What I was getting at is there's situations where, at least for me, where I will bring you guys in on stuff for the sake of bringing you in on stuff, just to get you some fucking exercise in there and let you guys kind of flex your muscles a little bit. So in those situations, it's not, you know, an emergency. It's, hey, we can do a full tally, we can go through a full 9-line, so on and so forth. Obviously, if I'm getting my shit pushed in by an autocannon, then I shouldn't need to explain to anybody that it's an emergency.
Right. I think there's everybody has their default what they want to do. So you see with Tech Sergeant Chance tonight, first thing he wants to do is a 9-line, and Thunder wants that too. That's their favorite thing, is to get that full repetition in, the full realism immersion, because that's cool. That's what Chance signed up to do, and that's what Thunder likes to hear over the radio. And then with the Apache, he likes to see his target. Otherwise, he just feels like he's a Pez dispenser back there. So there's times where you got to facilitate that, and then also times, what you're just saying, First Sergeant, is get that cast on target and then get the reps in later. So I think differentiating between ECAS, if we're going to call it that, standard cast with repetitions would be very helpful.
All right.
So
is Minatazaki not around?
I don't think he's there.
I think he has class.
Okay.
Usually makes the Friday ones.
Lost.
Yep.
He'll probably be back in a second. Hope that pilot can lift it back. Now, if you pull up, you guys all have tablets, right?
Yes. Paper.
So, out of the targets I placed, guys are still keeping their proficiency in marking them. That is something that you're going to see a little bit of atrophy of, though, across this FTX. Without the shift click marks, those are pretty difficult to make based on just terrain. Terrain association is great.
Well, I guess the fucking co-pilot wasn't able to take manual control.
Hey, firm.
Can the gunner even take manual control in the Apache?
Can. I'll fix him up.
I believe that was due to a little trip up with the pilot.
Okay, a moment I couldn't hear you. Did you say they can or they cannot take over?
They can. That was an error probably on the pilot's part to release the controls.
Yep.
Is that something we can make standard through mission setting?
I don't think so.
That all aircraft controls are unlocked for both pilots?
I don't think it is. You'd have to ask one of the guys more.
Well, is that part of your spin up procedure though?
Yes, it should be. Yeah.
Hey, firm. I do believe Chief Sweat had a little tech issue.
I'm gonna handle that. Any cast you guys want to run, if you want to split off onto different laser codes, that way each person is dealing with a different bird. So
let's
we'll deal with the A-10 and we can split up the Apaches.
Let's get a gun run on that tank up there.
Gun run on that tank. Got it.
Gun run on a
018
MBT
666. I mean, I guess it's technically an MBT if we're in Vietnam.
I mean, the Gao should be able to shred right through that.
Why did... Okay.
Thunder, Dagger, 7-0. Go ahead and push IP Whiskey and stand by for 9-line.
660 meters, bearing 018.
You can go ahead, Captain.
Figure out what happened.
Just on that tank, do you want me... I mean, it's... What do you want me to go ahead with? You want me to just raise it so we can hit it? Or you want to call a 9-line?
I can call the 9-line in. I don't know if you want to call it. Feel it yourself, or...
I do not want to call... I never ever want to call 9-lines.
Right.
If I ever call CAS, I'll be giving a grid and a fucking target description.
9-line is as follows.
Just because I'm wearing the helmet.
Control, IP Whiskey, 223 NA. Break. Elevation is going to be 5.7 meters. Description is going to be 1 times MBT on the hilltop. Location is going to be grid 146216, marked by Blue Force marker 0729. Friendly's going to be approximately 0.58 kilometers to the south. Egress your discretion.
I can laze it if he needs to line it up.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. I'll give him it in the remarks.
Does someone else want to laze it? So you feel special? Lieutenant Tell?
Sure, what the hell, Captain?
Alright, lazes off.
Well, fuck, no, I just lost. There it is, never mind. Got it.
You're on code
Lasers
11.
on.
Correction on the marker, it is 0742. That is my fault. We're going to be lasing the target. Call when tally. I'm requesting the YOW 8. Call 30 seconds.
CTAB is the name of the mod, not the tracking system.
My apologies.
Lasers
Good
hot.
copy on Rebeck. Alright, he's coming in from the west. Should be coming over our heads.
Back on comms.
He comes in from the west, from his current position, comes over our heads. He's pulled some fucking wizardry.
It's coming from the northwest. He might egress over our heads.
Cleared up.
Fucking hope not. He's gonna be shooting our direction.
He's not.
It's like a click away.
Should be just strafing right across our face.
That's how the first sergeant likes it, so.
Lasers on.
If I can hear that thing fire.
Be advised, I believe you're being engaged by that BTR over there on the hillside.
Nope, no sound from the gun.
Yeah, that's great. Good copy, Thunder.
You got a what issue?
Thank gun.
He's got some sort of issue. His gun.
Okay. If you want to get a quick, unexpected call out of one of the Apaches.
You read my mind, Captain Bowman.
I say we try to handle that APC, seeing that was previously engaging Thunder.
Which one? The one halfway behind the building?
Um,
There's three over there. There's a BTR, a M113, and another BTR.
the M113.
Laze it and try to get a Hellfire K on it.
Yeah, sure. Warlord Dagger 70.
It's lazed.
Be advised, we currently have a M113 lazed within the AO, requesting 1 times Kilo Hellfire. If you could face north and just let that one go. If this works.
Once we establish a baseline, we could push the Apaches into a lower altitude hold.
Say again, 70. Good copy, rifle.
Lazes off.
What is, what's the warlord that just rifled? What's his current altitude? Said he was
His-
at roughly 2K, wasn't it?
He said his CAS check-in was 1,800 feet.
A firm. Alright, we got 4 M113s in the northeast coming towards us.
Distance.
I hear them.
We get a rough distance.
I see them.
Eyes
They're
on.
over there.
Disregard. You are clear to engage. You can rip another.
Are we gonna laze those, or is he?
You can have him.
lasing target.
I got. Are you lazing? Who's lazing? I got the front one lazed right
Your
now.
laze. Your laze.
Okay.
It's gonna be our laze.
It's gonna be a tricky angle.
Good copy, rifle. Hold your next kilo for a sec.
Good. This is off. Next one is lased.
Next target is lased at this time.
It's behind a tree. Ooh, that'll be
You got that
tricky.
lased on or not?
Yeah, it's still on. It's still on. I think I got it lased under the tree.
Raise
Nope,
it up.
it hit. Nope.
Oh,
That was good. Lasers off.
next one's on the peak there.
I don't see the other ones. You laze the next one. Oh, I see it.
You got your
Alright,
laser?
next one is hot. I might lose
Lasers
target
out.
on it.
Rifle.
I lost target on it.
Want me to pick it up?
We'll always
No,
let him.
stand by.
In this case, you can put it right on the Apache because he's got eyes now.
Alright, lasers off.
Next one's over here.
That one missed.
Hey, firm warlord, if you tally that rightmost M113 now going down onto the side dirt road, you can self-laze it.
Recommend to not use right facing different direction.
Yeah, that one just went over the hill to the east. I don't even see the fourth one.
Copy, yeah, they're now self-tracking it and lasing it.
So what do you guys do
Hit negative effect.
to simulate, you know, enemy AAA in the area? Or is that what you go to FTXs for?
In training,
Yeah.
we
Because
just
with him
we don't
flying that high in the air, then what? We don't what?
we don't put it in training a lot because it's just something we could kill. I try to not have guys. I try to have them kill it in flight school to make sure they know they can, if they have to.
Warlord, we have
But I try not to
additional
put it in training too
M113
much because I don't want
south,
guys to get in the habit of
previously
killing it.
destroyed one, now on that dirt path.
You want them in the habit of killing it? Is that what
I
you
don't
said?
want them in the
Okay.
habit of killing
You are
KS.
cleared out to engage it.
I mean, I could probably put a Tunguska right in the middle of the AO right now. You'd probably get away with evading and bugging off, but
Put the new SAM site in the middle of the
see, that would just go.
Warlord cast complete. EDA
Tell him that
is
there's a bunch of
100
infantry.
over
How far
100.
out is he?
He's approximately.
There's a bunch of infantry targets north of those last two targets, about 200 meters. So you can get some guns on those.
I'm gonna have to tell him to come in a little bit. Willard, if you want to creep into about 1.5 kilometers, we're gonna have some infantry targets.
These are 2 clicks. Gun will reach from there.
Yeah, can he see those and lob rounds in? Like, you guys should definitely be practicing that long-range accuracy.
Well, the limit's 2,500, so he'll have to creep in a little bit given elevation. But he shouldn't have to come in.
Good copy,
full
Warlord
fucking-
1. Break.
I say call Thunder in on those targets too, and let whoever hits it first hit it.
I think Thunder's back at the base trying to fix his previous technical
Oh, there's
errors.
2 groups of guys on that same spot now.
Let's get it marked. Let's see. Tablet.
They're pretty much on the same spot as my last marker for them at 0736.
Warlord 1, Warlord 2. Be advised, I got CAS for you.
It's a whole
Break.
fucking infantry platoon.
Marker 0736. Grid 147215. We have an infantry platoon. Break. Requesting guns. Try to creep into at least 2 kilometers and approach more south.
Shit, they could do a flyover if we got no AA threat. And hit that shit with guns and rockets.
I've got BTRs to try to see if they get too complacent.
Yeah, but those are little bitch BTRs.
Cleared up.
Yeah.
Cleared out, Warlord 2.
So do you want them to come in and hit them with rockets as well?
They're not carrying any double fired rockets.
Oh, I feel like, what? Since, what?
They're not carrying any rockets.
God, I hate hate that fucking sound. Why did they change the sound?
What?
Those explosions. The old sound was perfect.
Hey, Captain Bowman.
Can the pilot shoot a Hellfire K while the gunner's persecuting those targets?
No. It has to be slick.
I thought the gunner. Okay. How do they shoot the gun and the rockets at the same time?
The pilot is generally given control of the gunfire rockets because they are oriented by pointing the aircraft.
So you're saying the pilot can't control the Hellfire Ks?
Unless designated at loadout time, no.
Good copy, Warlord 2. I'm tracking those BTRs. We'll have CAS in on.
He could theoretically have that set up, but the problem with that is they would only be useful on your laser. He wouldn't be able to utilize them as well. Camera, if the pilot was controlling it.
A firm, CAS complete. Stand by for BDA.
I don't know how many of those guys they took down. It didn't look like a lot of them from here.
There's one left.
I still see fuck ton right there.
Good copy. I am tracking those BTRs. Break. I'm only spotting spotted infantry.
So what's going on? Why aren't they carrying the dumbfire rockets?
80 out of.
How long has that been a thing?
It's just. Sorry, go ahead, Cap.
Sir, the first thing that I explained in this training was how we select our weapons based on what we know about the mission.
A firm break. At this time, we have 2 times BTRs.
We carry those in some situations.
It's going to be just south of
always.
marker 0736, closer by the road, by grid 145214. We're going to have Warlord 1 engage with a kilo. The first BTR stationary, and Warlord 2 engage also with a kilo. The second BTR stationary, disregard, moving now southbound on the dirt road.
Who's lasing those?
It will be self-lasing.
Okay.
Unless you want to lase
No.
one, Captain.
Do they only carry kilos?
Tonight they're all carrying kilos and daggers, but if you want them to carry anything, I can tell them to RTB and pick up whatever munition you want.
Did that system of having to load everything one at a time get fixed?
It did get fixed, yes.
A firm, 100 of 100. Good copy, yes.
Right now, those birds are at 1.8 and 2 clicks in our position. So if you want to test their abilities at a little further range,
I want him
to push out.
I want him to go south of Athera and go all the way down to just the tip of the building level.
Emergency traffic. We have 1 BTR, marker 0737, grid 147217. I need it dead now with 1 times kilo Hellfire. Will be marked by laze.
I'm not lasing. You're lasing. Okay.
A firm rifle.
Too many fucking chiefs.
Alright. Inbound.
That was fast as fuck.
Laces on.
Go for
So-
dagger.
I'll let him finish.
Good copy, Warlord 2. We're gonna halt cast for 1 mic so we can discuss.
Did you hear where I said I wanted him to go?
Yes. I was waiting for that con to be done. I didn't hear altitude.
South side of Athera. I want him to go all the way down to building level. I want him to pop up, shoot a Hellfire, and then pop back down.
Warlord 2, how you doing on munitions?
What did you want, Lieutenant?
Disregard. Let's finish what the captain's doing there.
Got it.
Captain Bowman, can you do me a quick favor?
Possibly.
Going to modules under areas, and it should be under Zeus. Promote me to Zeus.
Roger.
What
Warlord 2, go ahead and push south of Athera and get into pop-up attack level roughly in line with the terrain of those buildings.
We need to delete those. We need to be deleting those fucking markers as these things are destroyed.
Nope.
Okay, I didn't say delete all the markers, but alright.
It was more to put like the capabilities of them recon wise up on display.
What are the two markers?
It's okay.
What are the two markers we have up there between those two hilltops?
That was just I was roughly demonstrating where enemies were going to be from.
Alright, let me know when they're in position. They just need to orient themselves north towards basically us.
Could have it now.
That should be within that cone, right?
Stay firm.
God damn it, I forgot the fucking helmet cam doesn't work on the helicopters anymore. So you said they're in position?
They are.
So I just want them to do a pop-up attack. So I'm lasing.
He's shifting right now.
Okay. I feel like you
lied.
I feel like you lied to me.
You have a tablet on you?
Yep.
Heading there. And then the other one you were asking about dumbfired rockets and other munitions. So the part that you missed was where I explained how we pick munitions and how we slave those either to the gunner or the pilot. So depending on what we know about a mission, how we select our loadout of weapons.
He is not going to the south side of Ethereal. What is he doing?
That's actually the brand new. That's a walk fly now.
Alright, where's the other Apache?
Roller 2, push south of Ethereal, like literally south of the town. Right on the namesake.
Below the building line. I'm just trying to... Normally they wouldn't be that low, but I mean it depends on the fucking terrain, because Roche, there's no other choice. If you want to sit below fucking tree line, you're going to be right above the ground. There's no
Say again
hilltops.
how many kilo Hellfires you have left? You got 4 times kilos left.
It's fine. I'm sure I can find 4 targets to laze.
There's an MBT up on the hill that would be a real challenge. That was what XO requested a target for.
Yeah, A-firm. So the idea is that I wanted to do after the captain's done there. Well, he's already actually doing it, but I'd like to make sure that we have that practice down to where the comms on your guys' end on 7-0 is as quick and as brief as possible. So that, you know, getting rid of the be advised, getting rid of the shit like that, that it's, you know, we got people on the ground dying. We need that fucking ordnance going out time now. So that's the type of stuff that, you know, I was wanting to do also, in addition to what the captain's talking about there, is get that shit practiced.
Well, that is the main problem that we have. That is the number one thing we need to be working on, because if we've got time for the CAS, I don't care. I just tell Dagger to do it. Like, if I need something on something right now and I'm lasing a target, that means a lot of times I'm exposing myself to laze that target, and Dagger's not communicating with me. I'm like, are they sending the fucking rocket? Because I'm standing here with my head above this fucking cover, and you're not talking to me.
Chief player is an excellent communicator. Pretty by the book. He's an active duty signal officer, captain. He doesn't like to have his comms stepped on.
Here, Calvary Warlord 1.
Okay.
So that's one of the challenges in this AO, because we have
I mean, it's a
a lot more
challenge.
people.
It's a challenge, you know, when I'm getting a fucking autocannon shot all around me and I'm standing there with my fucking ass out going, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Right. So
Like,
what
I
I'm trying to get
understand.
at is I think that if we organize what we're doing right now a little better and have like one at a time type of deal, as far as how CAS is going to run, it'll be a better representation of each individual's capabilities.
You mean right now in this training or in
Yes.
general?
Both. But
There's
I
nothing
mean,
shooting at us right now. There's no...
no, right now they killed everything in the last run. We're waiting on that pop-up attack to start.
It
But
looks
then-
like they're in position finally.
Do you want anybody to rearm?
Not right now, no.
Okay.
Alright, what's our target?
I've got something lased. Just have him pop up and shoot a Hellfire and see if it connects. Have him.
Warlord 1, dagger, 7-0. We are currently lasing a target within the AO. Break. Go ahead and pop up. Send a kilo northbound. You copy rifle. Alright, see how this goes.
I already hear it. Bam. That's the kind of thing that I'm looking for. What's the range on the kilos?
8 clicks. Now,
So they're super close for that right now.
What was their height when they fired the
I'm about to find that out.
coordinates?
They should have been.
It
What
looked
was
to
your
be
altitude when you
maybe
shot off?
maybe 500 meters off the deck.
Oh no, that's not what I said. I said I wanted them down below the
50
building.
meters.
I think
No.
he said 50 meters from where he was.
Yeah, it's not even 500. I mean, he's below a hilltop. I'm sitting here looking at him. He's in beautiful
Oh,
position.
okay.
He's not below the buildings because
No.
he's fucking down because I
That
think
was
he may
not
be
the
lost,
one.
but-
That was Warlord 1 you called. He's behind a hill.
Yeah.
Warlord 2 is south of Aethera, and he's actually at building levels.
Okay.
Yeah,
If
the
he
one-
popped up, you want to see a different shot, laze it and let him know. That'll be Warlord 2 you want for that.
Yeah, the one that just fired did textbook pop up right there.
Good. I guess have the other Apache. We'll do a couple more with him. Have the other one push. Let me see how far that is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have him push. 128, 163 below that hilltop. Like have him use that fucking hilltop as cover at military.
You copy. Warlord 1, push 128, 163 at Hill 9-1, just outside of Gravia. You know the one?
Make sure he's down below the defilade on that hill. What's Thunder status?
You know Hill 9-1 right outside of Gravia, the one we always land on?
For you, Captain Sinker.
Yep.
The fuck is an RTX 2070? Is there no GTX in the new NVIDIA lineup? Is it called the RTX now? Oh. We'll leave it to NVIDIA to fucking change something. The GTX has been around for what, like 15
Thunder's
years
still
now?
working out some issues.
Who is? Thunder?
Yeah.
All right.
Cap.
Where's that other tank that we were looking at? Someone lays that and tell him to pop up and shoot a Hellfire and pop
That'll
back
be
down.
Warlord 2 that you want for
Lays
that
is
chance.
hot.
Willard 2. Willard 2, dagger, 7-0. Prep a kilo, currently marked 1 times MBT north of my current position, marked by lays. Go ahead and rifle it in the northern direction.
Let's get a few more targets out there once this thing is destroyed.
A firm rifle.
Roger, I'm going to stick with putting them on this hillside to keep testing terrain stuff.
What kind of angle is he shooting that at? That was a good hit, right?
It
Looks like the turret's.
Off.
It looks like the turret might be down here. Lays is
Yeah,
back
it
on.
is.
Have him send it again. Tell him it was.
Warlord, send it again.
You got
was-
lays on?
Yep, my lays is on.
Copy.
It looks like the turret's disabled, but
A
I'm not.
firm rifle.
Yeah,
no,
it
just
is. I watched the barrel drop after he got hit.
He just re-rifled.
Another good hit.
Now the turret's disabled. All right, I guess have him RTB to rearm, and we'll switch over to the other.
You want any
A firm break.
different weaponry, different loadout?
I mean, what do they want to do? I want them to do some rocket runs on those infantry that are running around over there. I want them to do guns and rockets.
Warlord.
Roger. I'll
That's just
bring
because
that
I
up.
want to see Guns and Rockets, because that shit's cool as fuck when we actually get the opportunity to do it.
Go ahead and
Captain Drumiller, if you don't mind, I'd like also for us to try the Ligers out of the A10.
That's what we did a minute ago. You want to try them again?
Oh, I thought we just did the. I thought that was.
No, that's what we hit that
the
infantry
infantry.
with.
Oh,
We did the 3 in a row,
You're right. Yep.
and the first one just killed everyone, so we didn't even need the other 2.
Hey, from
Captain Bowman.
Are they
that,
supposed to have that kind of radius? Because holy fuck.
Yeah, no, they are very lethal. Anywhere on the map.
Top. I heard you for a second.
The both strikes from the Warlords in terms of pop-up, both those were absolutely textbook. So tell those guys to keep that up.
Roger. As far as terrain goes, we
Warlord
are in a
Dagger
favorable
70,
condition for
just
them to be
stand
doing
by as we get
pop-ups
more
because we're
targets
higher
out
up
here.
than they were.
Well, let's move to an unfavorable position. Well, first of all, let's do some of them further out with that other warlord.
One
Do we
thing
ha-
I have set up right here is if you look behind us, right this way. I've got some stuff that's set up a little bit behind cover, so you got those Land Rovers there. Then some inside this hill that are not going to be quite as clear of a shot. So
Well, put some behind the tree line over there, because I want them to shoot the Hellfires up and see if the Hellfire will lock on and engage and come from top down if they shoot it at a high enough angle and can hit stuff behind things like that.
All right, I'll put some targets back here. Then, as far as that goes, we
Give
have
some armored
different modes with
targets.
the
I don't wanna-
Hellfires.
I don't want to blow up trucks. It's not as fun. Say again?
We have LOAL low, we have LOAL high.
Okay,
and
so that
direct.
is still a thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I almost always want LOAL
Go
high.
for Dagger.
So
Not
they,
if time's a factor.
I mean, time is a factor, but also actually hitting the target from
Hey,
a
friends,
good
you wanna
angle
go
is a
ahead and
factor.
just resend that check-in?
Like,
Right.
what's the difference
Problem
in
is they're
time on
fucking
that?
slow, like 10 seconds or more sometimes.
Well, I mean, it's better than, telling Dagger I want something on a certain target and then him hitting the other target.
Right. The
So-
downside, though, is sometimes guys don't realize the target's coming in, and then the laser gets turned off and the munition just goes into the distance.
That never happens for me. I leave my lays on until something explodes. But that's something we need to know. We need to know. So I didn't know that was back in. How long have we had LOL low and high?
As long as I've had Hellfires.
I don't think that's been in since from the beginning. So it's good to know that we have those back. Stop it. So yeah, like that's the kind of stuff that we should be hitting stuff like this behind this tree line with.
You are pulling the guns, 38 Liger rockets, 2 AGM hotels.
All right, is that other warlord in position?
54s, 2 M9 Sidewinders,
I'm working with them.
Laser and fat capable, 96% and bleeding.
Well, let me know when they're ready to shoot, because they're sitting
Right.
there.
But do you hear 7-0 at all right now? Or hear chance?
No.
That's what I'm talking about with stepping on comms. Can't get them right now.
Then I need to know that. Someone else is on comms. It's problem solved. Like a lot of the problems that we have between me to Dagger to you guys is comms related. Like I would say easily like 90%.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0.
Roger. I'd say
Like I need
Go for Dagger.
information
stems from a
when
lack
I'm
of practice.
when I'm
Be
asking
advised,
questions.
I need to RTV.
I need
Eagle
answers.
Pilot has,
especially when I'm
fallen out
leading
on
the whole
me,
task
so-
force.
Or you're just Warlord, not Warlord 2?
We're about to talk to the pilot.
A firm, Warlord
We're gonna
1.
all go back to airbase once they land. Because I gotta iron some stuff out because we're losing
A
this
firm.
pilot to disconnect constantly.
Copy, Warlord 1 coming off
We have
station.
some limitations with what you want because I've got to walk in there. So if you're happy with me getting in the gun seat for a couple runs,
So did they just lose one of their pilots so they can't shoot
Yeah,
now?
we just lost
one of
pilot
3
for
qualified
Warlord
pilots
1.
I have, I lost. I'll be right back.
You lost. You mean they got disconnected?
Yes.
We do have Thunder.
So who's in the Warlord marked as Phoenix 3 right now?
That's gonna be Mr. Lane.
And he's by himself now? He lost his
Yes.
gunner?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
He lost his pilot.
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna have Thunder up.
So he fixed his problems? What was
Thunder's-
his problem?
Unknown what his problems were. I believe it was controls on his side. They need to remap. However, he's got ligers.
All right, I want him to do Type 3 in this AO, and I want him to strafe back and forth across all the shit that he sees, because I want to see if that gun sound is fixed. Because I've heard the A10 actually fire its gun
Thunder
once
Dagger 7-0.
in like 6 months.
Got it.
Dagger, Thunder, send.
Had no sound earlier.
Go ahead and just use the
Right,
guns.
Hey,
It's going to
Firm.
be Type 3 control on everything within the AO. We just want to strafe so you can hear the sound.
Yeah, Rog, that was my bent gun issue before. I think it's fixed. I haven't been able to test it.
A firm, go ahead and test it within the AO.
What was he saying?
He
That
was
was
saying that that was one of his issues with the gun sound, even though I don't think that was his issue. Unless there's multiple.
So maybe he didn't hear it either then,
Yeah.
even though he was flying it.
Alright, I'm only going to have one Warlord up right now because I've got a walk down there that was flying, but he's not going to be able to give you a good representation of rocket runs yet.
Dagger,
Hasn't been
Thunder,
through a
I'm going to
portion
be
of flight
in
school.
from the west.
A firm, in from the west.
tell him we can lay shit if
Minimum.
he needs it. He's not
Thunder,
gonna
if you need a laze, we can laze here on the ground.
Okay, I guess he's flying south and then coming in from the west.
Dagger, don't worry about it. I've got marks on a couple of things.
Of course
Good
he
copy.
does.
Just establish some IPs on the map since we don't really have them.
What's his elevation? I guess he can't. He's lining up a gun run. Don't ask him.
Dagger, Thunder, guns, guns, guns.
A firm, guns.
Says he's shooting.
I think he was just telling you he's gonna shoot. There he. Shoot.
Dagger, Thunder, out to the south.
A firm, Thunder.
I didn't hear him. Did you guys?
He's flying straight north. Why did he say out to the south? He also didn't actually hit anything. Very disappointed.
He's the one on Trade Pilot right now.
I was riding with him. You could hear the gun in the bird.
Thunder, go ahead and come in again with a re-attack.
Okay, so we lost
Okay,
the
he did destroy
qualified
that
pilot.
thing.
So, in order to
Just
keep
for the
incentive
training?
nice training, I gotta bring you over this.
Dagger, Thunder, copies. I'll be
Not a problem.
again back in from the west.
Thanks for being such a good
So I
spirit.
think it's the sound because I know
Anytime.
a little bit, or
I
at
was
least I
just
know
trying not
as
to
four
kill
was
us.
complaining about it with the
You
sounds
did good.
from certain distances.
Well, yeah, that was
You
me.
did not die.
Like,
Yes, that's always a good day.
I want to know what the fuck happened to the 8. This isn't anything for any of you. Are any of you guys on the mod team?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
get one
just
up in
I
the
want to know
plane
what
is-
the fuck happened to the A10 sound when we first stood this unit up. It was amazing for like 2 years, and then like a year ago we just stopped being able to hear it. And I don't know about you guys, because I guess you're all pilots, but like 99% of the reason I'm in this unit is because of how hard my dick gets when I hear that fucking GAU 8 shoot something. And if I can't hear it, I don't even want to come to missions. Is the other warlord back on station?
I've got him rearming and I've got him coming up
All right,
with the.
tell Thunder to just keep coming in here. Tell him to get incrementally closer and lower before he shoots every time.
Thunder, Dagger 7-0.
Dagger, Thunder, send.
Start trying to come in closer to us for a little bit of a show while also shooting.
I mean, he's on the mod team. Just tell him that.
We're just trying to hear how the gun sounds. Because right now we're not getting good effects.
Oh, okay, Roger. I'll see what I can do.
Just Havoc 6 on 7-0. Be advised, we are not hearing the sounds. I want you to continue coming in on closer and lower runs. Break until we figure out the distance at which we can actually hear the gunfire. Over. I guess. Oh, I don't have a fucking long range.
Dagger, Thunder, guns,
Yeah, I can
guns, guns.
relay that.
Start coming in A firm, Thunder, break. Start coming in at closer and closer increments. We're trying to figure out what distance is the good
There, I
spot.
heard it.
Well, we heard it for half a second, but it sounds like shit. Yeah, like out of all the shots he just made, we heard the first one for like half a second.
Yep.
Tell him that he's one of the guys doing it.
Dagger, is that close enough, or do you want me to come in even closer?
That was close enough. We only heard it once. Break, just stand by.
I'll get up with the MOUT team later and deal with it.
Alright.
What else did you want to show us, Captain?
I was just aiming to try to push the boundaries of what we can do with pop-up attacks and different angles and distances
In that
on
case,
laser stuff.
first of all, that tank is moving and it's coming straight for us. I guess call
We only
Thunder
got
in on
Thunder.
that. Yeah. Let me know when Warlord's back on station to shoot some more. I'm off
Got it.
comms.
Thunder, push IP, break.
You're in a very bad spot.
Go ahead and push IP, echo. Stand by for 9 line.
Dagger, Thunder's out at Echo, send 9 line.
9 line is as follows: 1 through 3 NA. You have 1 times MBT. Rough elevation is break 106 meters. 1 times MBT, near grid 138216. Marked by lays. Friendly's going to be approximately 0.5 kilometers to the south. Egress to your discretion.
You got laser on chance?
Hey, from I got a laser.
Yep.
Dagger, Thunder, I read back 1 through 3 NA, 106 meters, 1 by MBT, grid 138216, marked by lays. Friendlies 0.58 to the south. Egress is mine.
A firm correction on grid is 139213, keypad 7. My fault. Break. Hold 30 seconds. You're good on whatever you want to bring in for munitions.
Dagger, roger.
What's taking Warlord so long to get back up off the ground?
Unknown. I can ask.
Also, can you ask him why he said egress to the south and he went north a minute ago? Is that because he's a new pilot too?
Yeah.
Maybe just because he's an officer?
Trained.
He's
He
not
is a
trained on
lieutenant
his
captain.
north from his south. Oh,
He's a lost.
he just turned around. Tell him he's flying the wrong way.
I think he's looping back around and in.
Tell him we changed our mind. We need a Liger set up on our fucking rockets because we're getting shot at now. Someone lays whoever's shooting at us.
Copy, laser.
Thunder, scratch previous 9-line break. Currently lasing infantry out to our east. Can we get 1 times Liger?
Is it those guys?
Yeah, I saw one of them shooting at me.
Well, just don't get hit and drop that laser to the fucking...
Dagger, Thunder, copies, but
Yeah,
advised,
that's,
negative visual on lays at the moment.
Those things are lock on after launch, aren't they? That's the whole point.
Kinda, sorta.
Be
Giant,
advised,
what
do
we
you
have
tally
to
at this point?
2 lasers.
A firm tally lays.
Why are there 2 lasers? There should never be 2 lasers at the same time.
I got lays. I've got
Copy.
lays.
A firm, tally cleared up.
Alright, I wanna... So what do you mean like, can he shoot that thing? Will it lock on after launch?
Okay, I'm losing
got a
lays.
history of being iffy.
Why are you losing it? What do you mean?
Well, I mean, these guys went behind trees,
Oh, okay.
so if I, yeah.
Dagger Thunder, one away.
All right.
And he dropped
Required.
it. That was off.
A little bit.
Not even close to where I'm lasing here now.
Yeah. That's pretty consistent with how those behaved previously.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay.
Might just want to have them come in with guns. Thunder, go ahead and push IP Sierra.
Let's have him try him have another Liger. I want to see how it does the second time.
Okay, can do.
Tell him to send several with a few seconds in between each. And tell him to send them from out of range. Or is that just not a possibility at all?
Dagger Thunder's going to be out to the south end.
Bowman.
Make this an emergency emergency attack.
Emergency gas.
Hey, firm. Please push IP Sierra. We got emergency gas.
Yep. Send information.
You got a squad westbound of my current position near grid 144212 requesting 2 times Liger rockets. Will be marked by lays by self. How copy?
Don't forget the delay between the rockets.
I'll send that in the
Copy. All right.
Dagger Thunder copies.
Hey, firm. Send them 5 seconds apart. Call 30.
So,
Did we lose you, Bowman?
Nope.
Dagger 30, advise tally.
Hey, firm. Cleared up.
what the hell is that?
there's a guy shooting at 302.
I guess
Rifle.
Rude.
Alright, I'll reel this in. I thought we'd have a fucking Apache back up.
Dagger Rifle 2.
I'm up.
Good copy. Rifle 2.
It was too close together. What,
Well, that was
We
my
had him at
fault.
a 5-second interval.
Laser off.
that was definitely not 5 seconds. That was like a second and a half.
Who needs better?
Unless since he shot the second one while he was closer.
I already took
Yeah,
care of it,
got
Captain
you on
Bowman.
My apologies
I'm good.
there.
I'm good, Cap.
Trying to
We
keep
have to
targets up.
lengthen the intervals.
Don't know
for
why the
them to be
Apache is not
effective.
here.
Can
Warlord, what's your ETA to get back here?
Dagger Warlord, we are inbound TA less than 1 line.
What's that? Learn to shoot. Come on.
Less than 1 minute, they said.
Copy.
So any targets you see, we can start getting guys in on.
Alright, let's see what we got.
It's the helmet. It's the helmet. Just here, you want to trade helmets so next time you shoot at something, you actually hit it? Oh, there's your chance.
Where is it?
I'm gonna reel it in. I'm gonna.
Is
pack
it this
these guys
guy?
Back in. They're all running around.
Those guys don't really be
Tank time.
All right,
Oh.
chance.
yes.
Fuck. Stand by.
Yeah, those guys just up and left.
Sphere. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, so one thing that I'm seeing is definitely is that if we've got the time, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, but if we've got the time and then we're not in immediate shit, then Thunder with the Liger is definitely the most effective against infantry. But if we need this shit quick and fast in a hurry, then generally we just have have fucking Warlord throw a Hellfire. Am I correct on this?
Well, Warlord also can carry Ligers.
No, we can't. Not anymore.
Can't? Alright.
No.
So Warlord could do it with Hellfires. However, it's always recommended, if possible, to do it with guns. So we can save those types of munitions for heavier armed targets.
Where did Bowman go?
Take
Oh,
inside.
hey, bud. What
Hey.
are you going in there for? Just because someone was shooting grenades at us?
Yeah, just
You should run with us on the ground more. Happens all the
Doing
time.
stuff. I would if I had pilots and had to fill in there
So-
every day.
My question that I asked like 3 times: does the Liger
Yes.
not lock on after launch?
Does in theory, but it's not reliable.
In ArmA.
So
It's
what does
nowhere
not
as good
reliable
as the
mean?
kilos, but the advantage is you can carry a lot more of them.
And the A10 can shoot. Can the A10 shoot kilos?
No,
Okay. How far away can the Liger shoot from?
reliably like 3 or 4 clicks.
No. Well, at that point, the A10 is gonna be able to see and shoot. In general, anyways.
That's
Oh,
on your lays.
Jesus.
Now on his own lays, 9 clicks.
That sounds backwards, but okay.
They get lost on the way.
Is Warlord in position yet?
Should be.
Warlord Dagger, Sim 0.
Nope, they're like
Well, this is Dagger on
a
7-0,
click
send
north of
traffic.
where they should be.
Are you all set up?
Warlord is ready for work. You require CAS check-in prior to?
Do you have the similar cast to previous?
No,
Does not.
doesn't.
That's going to be a negative. We're pretty drastically different here now.
Good copy. Go ahead and send that check-in.
Copy, Dagger. I am Warlord 3-1. We are going to be 3.5 clicks south of your current position at Angels 1. It's going to be full load on the gun, 4 kilos, 5.7 type 229 Hydras, 2 AIM-9X Sidewinders. We are at 75% and bleeding for a total playtime on station of 120 mics. The board code is Ruby. We are laser, DCS, and FAC capable. Standing by for work on 7-0.
Say you had 57 Hydras
And Hydras are the
Yeah.
dumbfire rockets, correct?
and
Five.
4 Hellfire
Yeah.
Ks?
I said 5, 2, 2, 1 Hydras.
I heard 5.7.
That's what I heard too.
Let's all keep talking while Chance is trying to transmit. Fuck him up.
Warlord, can I get a clarification on the Hydras?
A-firm Dagger, those are going to be 57 of the
You were right.
M229 Hydras.
I'm the captain.
Good copy, Warlord.
I'm always
Warlord
right.
3-1, 3.5 kilometers to myself. At Angels 1, you are full in the guns. 4 kilo rockets, 57 Hydra rockets, 2 AIM-9 Sidewinders. You are 75% and bleeding. Time on station 0 plus 45. Abort code is Ruby.
Correction to read back Dagger. It's going to be time on station is 120 mics. Abort code is still Ruby, and laser, DCS, and FAC capable.
Okay, firm, I assume you're back at that pop-up spot.
He is not.
Negative. We are still Angels 1. You want us to proceed to Hill 9-1 there?
You want him to come in on a gun run, or
No, I
With
want.
that-
I
with that
still. I
configured-
want to
that
keep
one's all
testing the
configured
Hellfires.
with the rockets and guns.
So get him
I've
south.
got another one coming up here with all kilos in a second.
Okay.
so?
Have him work on the pop-ups from that south hill. I'll send the next one that comes up even further south. Like I want to see
Got
how
it.
far away we can do LOA LHAs and get rounds on target.
Warlord, go ahead and position yourself. Just south of you is the military on Hill 9-1. Go ahead and reposition yourself just south of that.
Below
So,
deck.
Captain Bowman,
Looks up.
Dagger, Warlord 7-0,
Our,
copy. We are proceeding
is my
south of
understanding
Hill
correct that
9-1.
Hydras are
Standing
dumbfire
by
rockets?
for
Is that
further.
right?
We'll advise once
Correct.
we're in position.
Okay.
Hey, firm, make sure you are behind the mountain. Go ahead and go below deck.
Copy that. We're going to be napping the earth behind the Hill 9-1 south.
It's a hill.
Yes, the
Hill, not
one
a
you were
mountain.
just talking to is set up with guns and rockets, so that's the one that you can come in close. I've got another Warlord coming up with all
Yeah.
kilos to keep testing.
Did you not hear what I just said?
No.
I said I'll get him to do his
Dagger,
kilos
Thunder
from. He
16.
said he had kilos, right?
Yes,
Hey, firm, you had
Yeah.
5 kilos.
So we'll give
Four.
those a shot, and then we'll send the next one out further south. You did delete all the targets though, so we need new targets.
there's
We
more
have
targets.
2 MBTs.
Dagger, Thunder 6-2.
Get them. I want to practice.
for Dagger.
So put them back
Be
behind the.
advised, Thunder's going to be off station.
Trees.
Just having some issues at the moment, so I'm going to be off station probably for the
There's
rest
a
of
ton
the
of
night.
infantry to our west.
Good copy, Thunder.
Those trees too.
Dagger, this is Warlord
Yeah,
3-1.
that's what
We are
we'll get
standing
him
by
to
for
do,
work.
guns and rockets on.
About half a click south of Hill 9-1.
Keep them walking though.
Hey, firm, I'll tell you when work comes.
Warlord 3-1.
Okay.
What's that?
What?
Disregard.
What the fuck?
I think that's a wrong net.
Yeah.
So can we get some hard targets over there? Spit some Hellfires at?
So what kind of an angle do they come down at from that high, or the fuck would you call
That's
it?
what I want. That's the exact thing that we're testing now.
It's almost like a 70, 80 degree angle.
Okay.
Pretty aggressive.
I can't see that one truck you put down. It's between the trees. I don't. The laser's not reliable enough to.
No.
That one I could probably hit. Try to put some more northwest in that little C. Like
The C.
BTRs.
Point to it with your laser.
Like up there. And let's try one real rough, like fucking right there, I guess. There we go. Alright. Alright. Tell him I want a fucking LOAL high, and I'm lasing a tank.
Let me talk to him real fast. He's a junior pilot. Let me make sure they know. This is Bowman 70. Do you guys know how to do LOAL high?
Affirm. We are standing by for work.
Roger.
Alright, target's laid.
Warlord, Warlord 2 on the ground, can you say again? I just caught the later half of that.
What? It keeps going to 0.
Warlord 2, we were talking about the LOA highs and LOA lows.
Oh, yep, okay.
Jesus.
Dagger, this is Warlord on 7-0. I do tally a lay, standing by.
How does he tally that? Where is he that he can tally it from?
Warlord, how are you tallying that, Liz?
Dagger, Warlord, that is affirmative. I have a hot lays.
Scratch, hang on. Alright. Do you see it in your sense menu, or do you see it through the camera?
Negative. I am tallying it through. I do not see it in sends currently. It's probably out of range. I do tally it on the actual weapon. I am getting it hot lays through the weapon.
On the top right hand with your munitions loadout?
Affirm, Delta.
Alright, tell him to go ahead and send it. I just want to
that's our
see.
answer.
Warlord, go ahead and send that kilo.
Copy, Dagger, Warlord, rifle.
Affirm, rifle.
The main thing I want to test is when they can't see the lays, though. So that's what I want to do with that other fucking Apache. Try to get it somewhere where it can't see. I want to see how far away we can shoot a Hellfire K from and have it still hit a target that's roughly behind fucking Defilade. Oh, see, that missed. Oh.
Dagger, Warlord 2, sounding on 7-0, sitting by for CAS check-in.
Hold your check-in, I'm going to push you out a little further.
Tell him to
Talk
shoot.
to down point 1.
Tell him to shoot another one. Target's moving. I'm maintaining the lays.
Warlord
Warlord
3-1,
2, how do
send
you have me
another
on point
kilo.
1?
Dagger, Warlord 7-0, do not tally lays, sending kilo.
Warlord 2, this is
We might die because
Bowman,
my fucking thing keeps blinking to 0 every once in a while. So.
Alright, stand by for
Want me to
LZ
use
marker.
mine?
I want you to push out to there and try to do your pop-ups from that
Not at this
position.
point.
Dagger, Warlord 7-0, do tally lays on sensor.
You copy?
No, that was missed.
Where did that go?
It went just
went
overhead. 25.
Tell him to try
0842
LOAL
at that airbase
low.
091214.
Reset the LOAL to low, and then refire.
Ooh, you lays it. My shit keeps
Dagger,
going to
Warlord
0.
copies,
Got it.
we are ready. Break.
Tell
Be
him-
advised, we are going to have
Fire.
to pop up. Do tally lays,
Yeah.
Warlord, rifle.
Okay.
Now it stopped. What do we think is going on there,
I
Bowman?
think it's. Oh,
He's too far and too low. Not catching him reliably.
For the LOAL high as well?
Correct. Watch, I'm gonna push him up to 200 meters. It'll hit. Hey, whoever's shooting those LOL high, push up to 200 meters, and then send another one when we call for release.
Warlord 3-1 copies all, pushing to 200.
Keep in mind that's lower than we normally fly. 200 meters is incredibly low for our averages.
Yeah, but when we're dealing with SAM sites, like, I mean... I need to still have the capability...
Warlord 3-1.
Dagger, Warlord 3-1, send it.
Are you at 200 meters?
A-firm, we are at 230 AGL.
You copy. Laser's hot. Send another kilo.
Copy, Dagger, Warlord, rifle.
A-firm, rifle.
How low can he get, or have you already tested that in 200 meters is pretty much it?
That's just my safe estimate on the distance. I can have him push down.
Yeah, push down to 100.
25 above the depth load.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
think he's out of kilos at this point.
That was 4. He should have 1 more. Isn't that your job to be counting that?
He does have 4.
Yeah,
I thought you said he had 5 earlier.
He has 4. He's checking his squad.
Call him in.
Alright, pause.
Warlord, Dagger
Everybody
says
pause.
zero.
Everybody pause. Alright.
Dagger, Warlord 70, send it.
I got another Warlord at LZ Mark 08.
Are you out of kilos?
5 clicks to our west, way behind.
A-firm, Warlord is Winchester on kilos.
Say again, where's the other one? Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, LZ Mark, he's over there.
Alright.
So that's going to be some real testing.
Okay. Well, that's going to have to be LOAL high, because he's got to shoot over all that shit.
Yep. So if you want kilos, he's loaded up full of. He should have 16.
Alright.
You can push him wherever you want. Put a mark
Well, I
on
wanted
his
to
app
get that
wherever
gun
you
and
want.
rocket run done over here. Are those infantry still running around? Yeah.
Yeah,
They're pretty much still... Well, never mind. Someone deleted my marker. So, 060, 540 meters. 060...
Yeah, I'll have Warlord start to come in.
540.
Warlord, push away from your hillside. We're gonna have you come in on a gun run.
Guns and rockets.
Warlord copies all. We're going to push away to the hillside. Interrogative. Which direction you want us to push out to? Over.
Coming from IP Sierra, we're gonna be requesting guns and rockets. Get the 5 line ready.
Alright,
5
so
line
Captain.
is a pretty good bare minimum. It's going to give the pilot the type,
Warlord copies all. It's going to be IP
CAS.
Sierra. We'll advise when we're there.
which means
Good copy. Are you ready to copy down the 5
whether
line
or
on the
not
move?
The JTAC can see him.
Copy, Dagger. Send it.
It's also going to detail whether or not it's his
It's
ordnance
gonna be a
discretion.
Type 1 control ordnance requesting guns and your
It'll
57
tell you,
Hydra rockets. And
How
these will be
far the friendlies are
approximately
away from the target. So it's all
0.58 kilometers
condensed. It's not like
to
a
the
9 line, it's all vanity.
southwest.
Are you telling me this?
Yes.
Grid 147215, marker 0845. We got approximately 2 squads. Call 30 seconds. Can I get a read back?
Copy, Dagger. Warlord has Type 1 control. Guns and rockets. Friendlies half a click to the southwest. Enemy contact at grid 147215. Red 4 marker 0845. It's going to be 2-time squad in the open. We'll advise on 30 seconds.
A-firm, they are on the move, so I will be marking them with lays.
Why aren't you in your airplane?
Because I keep getting phone calls. And it's really hard to fly and talk on the phone at the same time.
Well, you need to work on your multitasking skills. Also, do you have any idea why we still can't hear the A-10 firing?
I presume you've got your helmet cam going at the moment, do you?
Yes.
Dagger, this
Okay.
is
I'm
Warlord.
going to go back and have a look at the stream because I don't know why.
Go for Dagger.
Hey, quick clarification.
Definitely check
Earlier
it
you
out.
said all 57 rockets. Are you wanting all 57 rockets or just rockets on that
all 57 rockets.
location?
All 57 rockets. We want you to
Every single
overkill
fucking
and
one.
lift the land.
Kill that entire section of
A-firm.
forest. I don't even see. Put a bunch of targets back over there so he actually kills some stuff. There's only like 3 guys left over there. And they're actually coming towards us. Oh. Alright.
Dagger Warlord, 30 seconds. 3,000 meters in closing.
Hey, firm. Do you tally lays? Disregard. Do you tally red smoke?
Copy, Dagger. Red smoke appears to be just to the northeast of enemy troop movement.
Hey, firm. Target red smoke. You are cleared hot.
Tell him several
Copy,
separate
targeting
red smoke sections.
Cleared hot.
Also, be advised, there are 3 red smokes, so make sure you separate them each.
Execute at his discretion.
Copy, all. Got eyes on 3 red smokes, hitting the leftmost one. Warlord,
Copy.
guns and rockets.
That's the entire quad there.
Alright, tell him to pass by and re-attack. Yes, there we go. Let's hit it.
That shit's cool.
Dagger Warlord. Warlord is out to the east.
Not surprised.
Of all 3 of those
Good
groups?
copy.
Yep.
Alright.
One guy's alive.
We can shoot him. Does he have any rockets left?
Willard, how many rockets do you have left?
We are Winchester on rockets.
Good. Tell him
Good copy.
good job.
Good job from Havoc 6.
Alright, is the other Apache ready to fire?
Affirm. So whatever testing you want to do.
So have him, I don't know, for that elevation.
Willard 3-1, 7-0.
What's his view
Dagger
distance
Warlord 3-1 on 7-0, send traffic.
Get off 7-0.
What do you want his elevation?
I want to know what his view distance is at.
What is your
All our
current view
pilots are
distance?
maxed out.
So 10k?
Yep.
So he can tell how high he needs to go to be looking level to whatever the highest terrain is.
Interrogative, Dagger, are you talking about the limit as in settings, or?
Yeah.
10,000.
A-firm, it's going to be about 10k for vehicles, for aviation vehicles.
Can't run that, you
A-firm.
can't be in decode.
So he should be at about, from where he is to where we are, he should be at about, I'd say an elevation of 100. Oh, no, he's got that 113 right in front of him. So put him at like 125.
Alright, go ahead, Warlord 3-1, and raise your elevation to 125.
You want an LOAL high or
Copy,
low?
125
gonna have
as
to be
in
high.
meters, AGL.
Copy.
A-firm, and set the LAOL to high.
Copy, 125, high, LOAL, break. Be advised, we are still Winchester and kilos, over.
Wait, what?
Can we get him rearmed in the air?
Nope, doesn't work.
Fuck.
I thought you said they had like 16 kilos. That's the guys over to our west, right?
Because Chance is talking to the wrong Apache.
God damn it, Chance.
So many patches I've written down. Alright.
Tell him to RTB to rearm and refuel, and tell the
I got
other
it.
Warlord
warlord to do
3-1,
all
go
the
ahead
stuff we
and
just said.
RTB. Break.
What's the other warlords? Is that Warlord 2-1 now we're talking
It's
to?
Stretman, if that helps. You can just call him Stretman. This is not a very serious event. You
Strep.
just testing stuff.
Dagger 7-0.
Yep, send it.
Alright, go ahead and raise yourself to 120 meters and prep a LAOL high.
On.
Hey, firm, I'm going to be marking a laser if you can send that kilo out.
You have something marked already?
Copy.
Firm, I got that first MBT marked.
That one?
Hey, firm.
The one that's
Copy.
looking straight at us?
Warlord
It's
has
literally looking
no
straight
laser,
at us?
but a rifle, if it's hot.
Good copy.
Rifle.
Where are you lasing it at?
Rifle.
I am lasing the tip.
Dagger
Just
Warlord 3-1, we
the
are
top
off
head.
station at RTB at this time.
God damn, that looked like a good hit to me. It looked like it passed through something.
Good
and hit the
hit.
ground
Go
on the
ahead
other
and
side.
re-attack. Launch one more.
Rifle.
Here, I'll adjust my lays.
Make sure that's LOL high. That looked like low.
Stripper, you said to LOL high.
Correct.
I think it's not going to shoot
LOAL
at us, is
high,
it? Because it's
kilo
making me
hellfire.
It's
super
unarmed.
nervous.
Very firm.
It's trying real hard and it's getting clicks. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, it's got no missed.
Where are you aiming? Hold on. Let me switch to my.
Chance is aiming at the top turret of the tank. Right on that circular
Okay, I
portion
see.
that probably would be a spotlight.
What about a little bit, like between the tread and the turret? I don't even know. I guess I
Okay,
could just
hold there,
aim
Chance.
at it.
That's good. That's good. Hold there.
Launch another.
Rifle.
So did that first one hit or did it miss? Because it got
They're all
bombed.
misses.
That was it.
Looks like it's just nicking
Dagger,
the corner.
Warlord 3-1 on 7-0.
Alright, now push him up
We
100
are
more
RTV
meters.
at Gravia.
Do it in smaller increment. Do like 50.
A firm 3-1. Break. Stripman, go ahead and push yourself up another 50.
Copy.
There's
Moving
not a scratch
altitude
anywhere.
170 meters.
Are you looking at it? in
Well, I
Zeus?
saw. I saw
A firm.
sparks.
Once you reach
Yeah,
that,
the
go ahead and
sparks
send
are what
another.
are tripping me out. Like it's
Look out.
it's throwing fucking sparks off, so it's hard to tell.
I don't know.
Dagger
If that's, I
Warlord
think that
rifle.
might just be what a kilo looks like hitting the ground. But there's no armor damage to the tank.
A firm on that rifle.
Okay, this is all just if they're nap of the earth, like sitting behind cover.
Well, he's not.
Are you
He's at
struck
the same
that engine
altitude
block?
of this. If he's behind cover, it
He's
won't work.
he's behind cover from where we are, basically.
Yes,
other
but
than being pushed up just a little bit higher
Right.
to actually
But-
send the round out.
So he needs to be higher. He can't be as low as you want him to be.
Right.
My objective is to disprove the idea that he can be as low as you want him to be and still do what you want them to do. I don't think that's ever going to
My
happen.
objective is, you guys understand that I want you behind cover. When you need to send that stuff out, it's like, okay, we're pushing up, and we need to figure out, as far as what's applicable in ArmA, how far up they need to push. He only had to push up 50 meters. Like, as far
Right.
as I'm concerned, that's still a pop-up attack. Like, pop up, shoot that thing, pop back down. Now the question is he still in cover from a SAM site that would be over here? I think he is.
Probably.
Yeah. So you understand my objective is to keep him in cover, but still have CAS available.
Right.
Okay. Like, if you guys, just because of armor reasons, have to pop up a little bit higher, I just need to know that. I need to know the mechanics of how shit works. Because the way, it sounds like you're saying is, they need to be flying 1,000 meters to shoot these Hellfires. And it's like, no, they just need to be pushed up like 50 more meters. They can't just push up above the tip of the trees. They have to push up 50 meters. That's fine.
But also, that can't be their only job.
Well, yeah, I understand that. Talking about missions where we read the Warno, it's like SAM sites. It's like, oh, fuck.
Thing fucking work.
There's a whole fucking guide on how to put them down if you're asking how the SAM sites work. Do you want me to read the guide to you while you're in Zeus?
Captain Bowman, you're not coming across.
And frankly,
I just put a SAM site out here.
You have to do something special in Zeus to link it to the radar, because you got to put the SAM down and the radar down, and then you got to link it.
I was told the radar doesn't matter.
Let me go check the thread.
Chance, have him pop up like 200 meters. I'm going to see if I can't look at him with the SAM site.
And tell him he might get shot down.
Warlord 1-2.
Send it, Sensor.
Go ahead and pop up another 200 meters for me.
200 meters, climbing to 370 meters.
Good copy. You may be shot down, so just be ready with counter.
Okay, copy.
Where is the SAM site from where we are?
It's right south of us, a couple hundred meters.
It's straight south of us, a couple hundred meters.
Yes.
Okay. That's okay. That's gonna have a much clearer line of sight on them than over here, trying to shoot over those treetops to keep them in cover, terrain-wise.
Kind of why you wouldn't put
still.
AA in a valley.
So, well, I think we're just trying to test the capabilities and limitations.
AA is active.
He's controlling it manually.
Yeah. He's also not going to be able to see him unless he has his view distance set far enough inside of vehicles. Because that's considered a vehicle.
Oh.
Did he shoot something?
Yeah, he fired a missile.
Did you tell them to evade?
I just relayed that.
I did not hear it.
Willard 1-2 evade.
I think it's a little too late there.
Don't worry, it'll work.
Ask him if he's okay.
1-2, are you okay?
I'm gonna take that,
Well,
no
he's
response.
moving, but I don't know if he's moving rapidly towards the ground or if he's trying to evade.
No, he's currently fine.
Okay.
Doesn't work. We need something else.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm looking on the forum.
Did it hit him?
No. Captain Bowman, you also need to make sure that you have your view distance set out far enough inside of a vehicle to even be able to see them.
I do. I could see it. I was just trying to figure out how it works because it doesn't lock up like the Tunguska does. But
Dagger, this is the part where you keep calling them over and over and over until they respond.
Willard, Dagger, send 0.
Yep, send it. Be advised, I have the walk flying right now, so he wasn't aware. We have anti-torque failure, forward flight coming in for LZ Mark 0849.
It's an S750. It's trying to be better than
Good
any
copy.
SAM site that actually exists right now.
Forward flight's still being maintained. We're gonna be at that LZ probably.
Maybe it did clip them a little bit.
Yeah, firm.
Did they take a hit?
Yeah, they got an anti-torque.
That's absolutely nuts.
What is?
Well, I shot that at him, and I didn't even have a lock on him. I just pointed it at him, and I shot the missile, and it got him. By itself, the thing is absolutely toothless. So basically, it means a human being is in it, pointing it and making it work.
No. There's literally a guide on how to use it on the forum.
I don't have access to that.
Is there a reason you're pointing a laser at my chest?
No reason to help.
Sergeant Hartman, where's the guide saying how to set up the SAM site for Zeus?
I'll grab it now.
Like, there needs to be a middle ground. Like, we need to have. There's several different things that we're working on here. Like, I want to know the capabilities of the Hellfires. I want to make sure that when we are fighting an AA threat, that we know our air or our air fucking support capabilities to deal with those Hellfires. And if we get eyes on them on the ground and they can shoot a fucking Hellfire at them on our lasers, then problem solved. Then they can fucking start coming back in the AO. But we are going to be doing missions where part of the mission is, kill the fucking anti-air assets so we can get our air support in there. But that thing needs to not be able to shoot our air assets with 0 warning. Like, they should get a lock-on warning, right?
Right, yeah, so they don't have any awareness that it's there. So we usually rely on our radar, because if we see radar threats in the AO, we tell Dagger and we don't come into the AO. With stuff like that and igloo chairs, we don't know that they are there, so we don't know we shouldn't be in the AO. And then we get told, why were you in the AO? Well, we didn't know. Like when I got hit by that, I had no awareness it was even there until we were hit, and then had to limp it back to base.
None of us had any idea it was there. It wasn't in the warning, but that's something we'll have intelligence on in the future.
Captain Bowman, have you, what we talked about the other day with the igloos and shit, were you able to test that anymore and see whether or not you were able to get a tone when an igloo locks you up?
No, I haven't been at my computer up until Task Force Alpha and now.
Okay. Because that's still a concern for me, that even the igloo chairs are not giving a tone when they lock up air.
We can test that. That's easy.
They did an emergency landing. Are they okay?
It was just an anti-torque. They're fine. No, they're not. Well,
Warlord Dagger 7-0.
It was just a tail rotor. They're okay. Is that what you said?
No, they fucked up. They should have been okay. I drill on that all the time. But whatever.
I mean,
Yeah, their marker just went up in that.
What I get for having confidence in them.
well, he said he
one's
had a walk
technically still
flying.
alive.
And it was a walk flying also, right?
A firm.
So can't give him too much shit.
Oh, you don't know. You know how hard I am on our guys? Bowling's that hard on his guys. It's like double hardness. I'm sure there's a Pokemon for that. Alright, so the LOAL Hellfires work as long as they're like what, 50, 75 meters above what? Above the horizon line for whatever.
Above the target they're aiming at, and anything in between it.
Okay, so that big hill right there, 113, they just needed to be at about, say, 200 meters of elevation.
Delta, this is 5, interrogative,
Roger. Do you want to test anything
over.
else, or do you want to debrief and wrap it up? I usually don't push my trainings past 2 hours.
Is this past 2 hours?
Hey, firm.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we can wrap up.
Are there any
Unless
questions
you
that
wanna
are
keep-
unsolved at this point?
We need. Can you, Ringrose? I need
Yes.
to know if there's a way, and I know this was a problem when ArmA 3 first came out.
Dagger,
is
this is 5, over.
AAA would
Go for Dagger.
Dagger, can you inquire as to why I'm over here now, over? I'm with the pilots.
Are you sure you're not a pilot?
Not unless the passengers have a death wish.
At least he's honest.
Hey, firm. We'll fix that out, LT.
Solid copy. 5 out.
basically we need all of our air assets to know if they're being targeted by something. So I need the mod team to check. Well, I need the mod team and I need the rotary and all of the fucking air assets to check that. Like that's something you can do if you're doing. Are you doing training this Friday or next Friday?
Next Friday. So this is this week's training tonight.
Well, that's something to test out for your next training. What locks on? How far away? How long of a warning it gives you before you get hit?
Generally, the
Or
Iglas
just train on or just test it on your own time.
Our last deployment, I know for a fact the Igla chairs were giving an alarm. Usually I don't have a problem evading them. I'm still pretty certain the thing sniping us has been some sort of mechanized vehicle. I think it's the PRP.
That's something else you should be testing. We're submitting up the chain of command so I can send it over to the mod team to test, or the missions team.
It's just hard to figure out because the only time it happens is in these FTXs.
Are you
I spawned out all sorts of mech stuff and it doesn't really shoot at us here.
Are you going through people's like Twitch videos?
No.
Looking, saying, okay, this is when they got shot down. Let's see people on the ground if anyone saw what shot that.
No, that's kind of time prohibitive.
Dagger, Phoenix 70 interrogative. Do you want me to come pick you guys up
I
as
was
well?
able to get a BMP
Wait, one on that.
to engage.
Okay,
with
we
the
are
Conqueror
awaiting one in the air.
from just over 3
Got it,
clicks,
thanks.
but the bird had to be crazy low, down within the sight line of the gunner for it to fire,
Dagger, this is 5.
which is a
Don't worry,
possibility
Fab, I'm
as to
working on it.
why that thing fired.
Solid copy. 5
Didn't you
out.
guys have it fired at Phoenix the one night when it was coming in or some shit?
Yep. We've had it kill every airframe. We've had A-10 knocked out of the sky with no warning of anything being in AO.
Yeah, that I have no idea how, because the Conquerors can't track that fast as the A-10 flies. It can't turn that quickly.
Move everyone on the server to one spot.
Currently we have a Phoenix in the air, in case we want it to be lifted back in.
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want that to be part of the end part of your training?
No, that's fine.
Yes or
That's
no?
no. The guys who are in that are coming back to this point.
Okay.
We'll just go downstairs.
Stairs are hard.
5, be
but
advised,
I
we're
guess I
just
am
going to
wearing
be
a
all
helmet.
grouping up at the bottom of this OP tower.
Oh, those are the other guys who are still in there.
As well as, we're not going to need anyone in the air anymore. You guys are clear to RTB. Meet at the bottom.
Tell them to get over here.
5 copies.
It's not.
We're the unknown soldiers.
Not the intended purpose of that.
Why?
In fact, the intended purpose of that is to
Helicopters.
fucking rappel out of the helicopters, and that doesn't fucking work.
It works in a limited number.
I still believe we're missing.
Who's
Couldn't
unknown
tell.
1 and unknown 2 over here?
Yep. This one's Warrant Lane, sir.
Okay.
So we're missing Chief Strapman.
Did he hurt himself jumping out of the
Tell.
tower?
Yeah, I
He
got
always
knocked on the
does.
rock.
Who needs Lieutenant Tell?
If you guys don't know, anytime that unknown pops up, all you got to do is respawn.
Does it cause any other issues?
No. I mean, it will if you're trying to teleport them and shit, and they're still labeled as unknown, because the server technically sees them as unknown. But if they respawn, it's fine.
But how do they know if they're unknown until someone else tells them?
Are you guys coming in? Okay.
I'm gonna pop some. There we go.
There's a helipad up over the Escos.
Oh.
No, you gotta pick it up and throw it.
Disregard green. Land at the helipad.
Where is it? Sergeant Hartman ever come back with the guide for the SAM site?
It's in chat.
So why the fuck did I end up over there?
Because someone doesn't like you? I'm pretty sure it was the first sergeant. I mean, I don't like you either, but I'm not logged into Zeus right now. So.
Oh, you get teleported over there by accident?
I'm assuming accident.
That would have been me. Probably trying to move myself absentmindedly. Okay, you didn't miss anything. So, I'm gonna go last.
Okay, I guess I'll go first. Well, I mean, you go first. Like, what were the?
Okay, so tonight the objectives of this training was to kind of solidify the gaps or close the gaps between Dagger, Unit HQ, and aviation assets. So what we come out with is, or what we worked on is laser attacks. We did some Michael Bay shit. We worked on some communications gaps. And what I've come up with as the few things to work on is differentiating between, not what I've come up with, but anyway, ECAS and regular CAS. These are my takeaways. Doing pop-up attacks, what we know is that we have to be at least 50 to 75 meters above the highest point between the CAS asset and the target. And that we need to figure out what's going on with AA and test that some more in the future to figure out what's shooting at us and figure out what we can't evade. My impression with the new SAM sites is that they are completely unavoidable. Once they've shot at you, it doesn't seem like there's anything you can do at all. That missile's got your name on it. So that's not exactly fair. those are my takeaways. And then things that I think we should do going forward is make sure that the intent is a little more clear when it comes over the radio to us. So however Dagger has to translate that from Task Force Command, get that done so we know whether they want CAS right now, or do they want realism CAS, or do they want whatever it be. Sometimes we're not going to have time for 5 lines or 9 lines, but as long as we know ahead of time what our mission is, we can get it done faster. Those are my takeaways. So whoever's next, Captain Drummiller.
I mean, that pretty much lines up with everything I had. You know, we needed to figure out what was going on with the LOALs, and we got successful LOAL. Well, we only did one, but I mean, it was right on target. From how far away was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 clicks west of us on a target that was perpendicular, which is going to be the worst kind of fucking shot. Well, the worst kind of shot is if you guys were on the other side of us. We didn't test that, so that's something you guys can try in future training. But I mean, we were able to successfully get that shit on target, so we know it works. So when we're requesting that in the future, you know, you guys need to figure out how you want to do it. And that, and like I said earlier, a large breakdown in from me to you guys is communication from me to Dagger, and then from Dagger to you guys. So a lot of that's on Dagger. So, and that's why I wish more of them were here. Sergeant Hardman, are you still in the channel?
AFM Captain.
Okay, so that's at least 2 Daggers that are here. Like, you guys, I mean, you guys are on the ground. You're right next to me when I'm calling CAS. So, you know, a lot of those times, I expect you to be like, oh shit, he's lasing a fucking BMP that's 200 meters in front of us. Maybe I should skip the 5 line and just tell him to send a Hellfire. And that's, you know, one of your jobs as Dagger is, and one of your guys' jobs as the Apache pilots is to have a good idea of where everyone is and make sure that you're oriented towards the AO, so you can just, if you're moving, flip that bird 90 degrees, shoot a Hellfire, and flip it back 90 degrees and keep moving. Or if you're stationary, pop up however far you need to pop up to shoot it, and then pop back down. So it's communication and situational awareness. Because I know you guys all know it. I get super fucking frustrated when, you know, I expect CAS, or when I say something specific and then I either don't get it or something different. And I know I can almost guarantee you Sergeant Hardman's not going to make that mistake again, because I had to yell at him in the middle of the last FTX he ran with me, because I told him specifically what I wanted, and instead he called for something different. And then the target that I had lased isn't the target that got hit, and the target I had lased ended up shooting at us and fucking up the task force. So when Dagger, it's on you guys to be able to recognize those situations and interpret them. And from Task Force HQ side, we'll try to be like, you know, we need ECAS instead of CAS, if that's the terminology we want to use. You know, we need emergency CAS right now. Get us a fucking Hellfire. And especially when I give you a specific place to put the Apache, because I know I'm about to call for a laser designated Hellfire, that shit needs to happen. Like, we can't not have that happen. So you guys need to be taking those directives from task force commanders and executing them. You need to be situationally aware. Task Force Command needs to understand the capabilities and limitations. Like I said, Lieutenant Ringrose, I want you to check out those ground-to-air missiles and see if we can get, like, see what the issue with the tone on the radar is when they lock up one of our birds, because they should damn sure have longer than half a second to react. That's a problem we had to deal with when ArmA 3 first came out. Is the fucking spike launchers, the Titan MPRLs or whatever the fuck they're called, would only give tone once they were already fired, and once they're already fired, they have like half a second travel time to go like 18 million kilometers.
Roger, we'll look into that part for you guys.
Well, I mean, it's for you too. Those same sites are going to be shooting at you. They're not just going to shoot at helicopters. So, you know, for now, if we see SAM sites on the Warno, that's infantry's job to get in there and take those SAM sites. That's basically going to be the priority for the mission. At that point, it's going to be, there are SAM sites. We need to get those destroyed ASAP so our air assets can come in and help us. But you guys need to stay the fuck away until that happens. And in those instances, we're going to be relying on the Hellfire Ks from targets that are below cover. And one of the things I want you to test on is, can those SAM sites still lock on you, when you're below cover and your pop-up, now that we know you can't pop up, 5 meters and shoot a Hellfire and pop back down. It has to be 75 meters to shoot the Hellfire pop back down. You need to make sure that you can do that safely. And if
Captain,
not,
briefly, if I can.
Yep.
In my testing on the SAM sites, line of sight should affect them. So pop-ups should be, in the testing that I did, safe, even with CSAT AA.
But now we're talking about pop-ups having to go up 75 or 100 meters instead of... But even then, I mean, if you're looking at the terrain from here... Well, where did we have that fucking SAM site? See, that's super fucking sketch, because that SAM site was south of us on that hill at elevation 70, and our guys were over at that fucking landing strip, and they were up at elevation 200, I think. So...
We got up a little bit higher than that, Captain. We were at 170 at first, and then we were told to get up a little bit higher.
Well, yeah, that was... But I'm saying we need to be thinking about those lines of sight. And if the elevation 70 from here out to the west, what's between the SAM site and the aircraft? So we might tell you to pop up just a little and see if the Hellfire hits, and then pop up a little more and send another one, pop up a little more and send another one. Incrementally do it, even though we know they have shit accuracy from that low elevation, because I don't want you guys to get locked up and shot down, and that's always a concern of mine. Did I go over everything? First Sergeant XO?
One thing I just throw in there is, Captain Bowman, thanks for putting this on. This is very informative for me, so this is very helpful. So, other than that, that's all I had, Captain.
First Sergeant?
Thanks, Cap. I don't really have anything to add. I already let Captain Bowman know I'm going to be showing up at a few more of their trainings. Those of you that are here from Dagger would like to see more of you guys at these trainings, especially when I show up, because we're going to be putting in fucking work. So the next few trainings, at least for these guys, I will be here. I would like as many elements of Dagger here as well, to close that gap, and especially that break in communication that we have between ourselves as task force commanders and airframes up there.
A lot of this stuff is on Dagger and relaying those comms. And I wish, well, I'll try to make next Friday's training if Sergeant Minatazaki's going to be there, because he needs to understand all the shit that I went over tonight, and he needs to be able to brief his guys on that and say, look, you need to be situationally aware. You need to be making these right calls. These TAC Ps are, borderline spec ops. You guys should be at that proficiency level.
One thing, if I could throw in there too, Captain, also is when it comes to that training stuff, something that I would definitely like to see a lot of is narrowing down, like what we're talking about as far as the ECAS, if that's what we're calling it. But whatever the case is, that if task force commander is coming across saying, hey, we need this dead now, I mean, those comms got to be fast, got to be quick. Get rid of all the superfluous words, all that timing. It needs to be quick, fast. I mean, obviously do communicate what you have to communicate for it to work, but it needs to be quick, fast, and hurry.
So just real quickly on that, that's something that I've been kind of working on a little bit over the last little bit here as well. So I'll have a chat to the Dagger guys separately, because that speed of delivery has something that I think the aviation guys notice as a big difference between JTAC's speed of delivery is a big priority for me as well. So it's something that I've been kind of working on as well. So I'll have a bit more of a chat with everyone else about that and kind of share what I've been doing, because I think that There's some stuff there that's working and some stuff that maybe isn't, but we can kind of expand on that a little bit and try and put some of that into practice as well.
Sergeant Chancellor, you might. Sorry, go ahead.
No, thanks, Captain. Well, I was going to say, again, that's I think we want to make sure that everybody understands those. We're not trying to say that we want to get rid of all 5 lines and 9 lines. I just want to make sure that everybody understands that so that it doesn't come down to we're killing the immersion for the pilots and for the JTECs. So obviously there's a difference. That's why we're talking that difference between that ECAS and so. All right. So,
yeah, it's a situational dependency issue. It's if the target is 5 clicks out and a target of opportunity, and we have the time, then send a 9 line on it. But if it's an autocannon that's destroying the task force, we need it dead now. So, I think that's pretty well understood across the board.
Copy.
And it's those little things, everything in between, that needs to be worked on. Sergeant Chance, you were my JTAC on Friday or Sunday, whatever fucking day, Saturday, right?
Negative. That was Technical Sergeant Armin. I was the first sergeant's last JTAC.
Were you my Were you my JTAC on Saturday, Hardman?
Yeah, for Task Force Charlie, yes.
Wow, you guys okay? It's the helmets. I mean, I try to get you guys. Like, you guys need to understand, I try to get you as much CAS as possible, but, you know, you guys are capable of destroying everything on the fucking server if you want. So, there's got to be that stuff in between. When we try to do it, we try to give the infantry, and, you know, one of the big objectives for us is get the AAA down so we can get our CAS in. But now we've been in this debrief for 20 minutes, so that's all I got.
Okay, Peanut Gallery, anybody got anything?
Negative, sir.
All right, cool. Everybody, thanks for showing up tonight. Then not this week, but the next week on Friday, we'll be doing some similar stuff again. So stay posted.
Was it a good training for you guys?
Well, probably
very good training, Captain.
No,
probably
I want
better for the long run. Like, we're not learning anything we don't necessarily know, but if we make it more effective in the future, it's
I mean, you are. You're just not learning anything about your airframes that you don't necessarily know. We're working on, you know, work between Task Force Command, Dagger, and the airframes. So that's not necessarily piloting skills. That's comm skills and, like I keep saying, situational awareness.
The takeaway is positive. I know that it's probably kind of strenuous on the pilots to do this, but I think it's valuable in the end. Chance?
Thank you, Captain. My only comment would be I'd hope to see in the future maybe more of a stress test or something more little, like we're on the ground running through places, not on top of a tower.
So you want us to be in combat while we're trying to do this? Are you saying in...
Yeah. Something more realistic.
You're definitely going to... I mean, that's... If you guys want to do something like that, you need to be going to, like, someone's platoon training or squad training. Like, you can't just be, like, a little Special Forces TAC P team. Or maybe you can. I just have to do a lot fewer enemies.
But
we
tried that
say
once,
for this, and I would say for this was a good first step. Crawl, walk, run. This was a good way to do it for this time. So, but yeah, going forward, I can see your point is Sergeant Chance.
Chief Strip, you got something?
Yeah, thanks, Captain. I just thought this was like really beneficial to hear from Unit HQ, all of you guys, to hear to bridge the gap between Dagger, Unit HQ, and aviation as a whole. So that was really nice. Definitely beneficial to see how Unit HQ thinks while they're on the ground requesting CAS and stuff.
Captain Bowman, quick question for you. Do you already have a training plan in place for next week?
No.
Okay. Once everything's said and done here tonight, let's link up for a minute and go over some stuff.
Roger that. I'm going to go ahead and reset the server, so anybody who doesn't want to get caught in the loop, go ahead and hop out. You can still keep asking questions, comments, etc.
Yeah. And you guys don't be afraid to fucking put out a thing saying we need 10 infantry for fucking aviation training tonight, and you will be running through a mission. Because that way you can give 10 fucking random dudes can just show up and be a 10 random dudes can show up and be in the infantry squad that you need to escort you while you're, taking fire and trying to do this CAS, while under fire.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think if we keep this relationship up and then keep it going in the future, things will be good. Is anybody still streaming?
Yes.
Yeah, let me know when you're not. Well, I still have everybody.